What's new at Charlie's? What's new at Charlie's? Still on Main. What's new at Charlie's?
Hi, welcome back to another edition of What's New at Charlie's. This week we're going to be cracking open a bottle of George Dickel 13-year-old Tennessee whiskey. George Dickel, big fan. Short story, one of my very first trophy bottles or something to search for was my good friend Dennis put me on a quest to find the George Dickel single barrel. So as a matter of fact, he's still on my phone as Dickel Dennis. But I found that, and that's kind of started what is Charlie's today. So thanks, Dennis. It's all your fault. But anyway, I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Don Williams, the Bourbon Fool. Don, it says BottledInBond. Now, I thought that was going to be a bourbon. And my first question to you was going to be, how do they do a BottledInBond Tennessee whiskey?
Well, BottledInBond can actually be attributed to just about any spirit in America. And I've actually seen a vodka that was labeled BottledInBond, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
But
how long do you think they aged that vodka in?
By statute, it would be 4 years.
Has
it would
to be 4 years. Yeah.
So very interesting. But this is it's amazing because if most of you know that a BottledInBond guarantees you a 4-year-old product. The fact that this one is 13 years old is amazing to me because it's 3 times the aging process of a normal BottledInBond.
Yeah. But
it's really cool. It's the first time we've done a George Dickel product.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to try it. Their claim to fame, and Tennessee whiskey is a marketplace category that is dominated by our good friends at Jack Daniels.
Mr. Jack Daniels, yes.
And these folks are located not too far from Jack Daniels in Tullahoma, Tennessee. And their distillery is called Cascade Hollow. And that distillery has been around since 1878. They have a history. They have a niche because they're the number 2 player in Tennessee whiskey. And I'm really interested to try it. 13 years old is something that gets my attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I could be wrong on this. I'm going to throw you a curveball, but didn't George Dickel move to the Buffalo Trace Distillery during Prohibition to remain making medicine?
Yes, and I can't tell you that it was Buffalo Trace, but I do know that they contracted out with another distillery that had one of the medicinal permits.
Yeah.
And they made George Dickel for medicinal benefits only.
Yes, of course.
But you've stumped me because I can't tell you that it was Buffalo Trace for sure.
I'm pretty sure Freddie told me it's the building where they do the Pompeii.
Yep.
George Dickel used that during Prohibition. But anyway, that's for another episode. But so we got a BottledInBond 13-year-old Tennessee whiskey. So Charlie learned something today. That's why we do these videos, so I can know what I'm talking about here. Charlie's still on me.
The other cool thing about this is the mash bill. It's 84% corn, 8% rye, 8% malted barley. That is on the high end of corn in a mash bill, so that's exciting.
It is.
It usually is a sweeter product.
And I like my corn, so I think it's going to be good. I'm going to crack it open. Got anything else there for us, Don, on it? Or?
Well, I will tell you that they use the Scottish spelling of whiskey, W-H-I-S-K-Y, instead of including an E, which is more Americanized. And quite frankly, there's a lot of history here. Dating back to 1878, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see what we got.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty.
The corn, 84% corn, it's so noticeable.
Yeah. What's the proof on this? Oh, it's 100 proof. It's BottledInBond, right? That still stays. Yeah.
That still stays.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of corn. That's sweet. Wow, that's.
Yep, that is really sweet.
This is right up my alley. Yeah.
So I'm going to aggravate a lot of people here, but that's the best Tennessee whiskey I've ever tried.
It's fantastic. That is really, really good.
And I've had a few of the one down the street from them
Yeah.
in my lifetime, but
Yeah.
this is really good.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Wow.
So it's almost got a syrupy consistency, very sweet, a lot of like,
But the sweet goes away right away. It's like forward sweet, but as soon as you
Right.
drink it, it's gone. It's
It's-
not cloy. It doesn't stick with you.
yeah, but it does have a good finish. It's we're going to call it a Tennessee hug for this one,
Yeah. It's got a
And-
little hug.
and a lot of maple, a lot of molasses, and some brown sugar. Just all of the sweet notes are there.
Yeah.
So this would really, really be good on the rocks, or neat as I prefer them.
Yeah. Oh, that's tasty. Wow, that's a winner.
Wow. After shooting, we might have to have a second pour. Of
We
this
might
one.
have another pour of this. There might.
We might have
So
to do that.
you stop by Charlie's. If there's any left, you can get one. So we'll see how it goes.
By the way, how many bottles were you able to get of this?
I got one.
just
Yeah,
one.
I got one. That's it. So
Stop by Charlie's. You're going to want to try this one for
yeah,
sure.
sounds good. Well, cheers, Don.
Cheers. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah.
Tell me what's
Cheers,
new,
George Dickel. Nice work.
Charlie.